The Sunday afternoon was as peaceful as they come, the kind where you can hear the hum of bees and the soft rustle of leaves. I was out in my backyard, watering my petunias, when a voice sliced through the calm like a knife through butter. "That mirror's a fire hazard. Take it down now." I looked up, startled, to see a woman in her late 50s, her sleek bob haircut bouncing as she jabbed a manicured finger at the vintage garden mirror I'd hung on my fence just last weekend. Her name was Eleanor Harris, but the neighborhood called her Ellen, behind her back a nickname dripping with exasperation. I blinked, genuinely puzzled. "Excuse me." The mirror was a gem, an oval antique with an ornate metal frame I'd snagged at an estate sale. It was the centerpiece of my backyard makeover, new flower beds, a cozy patio, nothing fancy but all mine. Ellen, undeterred, stormed closer to my property line, her face flushing a dangerous shade of pink. "That thing's going to reflect sunlight and burn my house to the ground. I saw it on the news. It's like a giant magnifying glass." Her house, mind you, sat clear across the street, a good 50 yards away. I tried to keep my cool. "I'm sorry, Ellen, but that's not how mirrors work. It's just decorative, not angled toward your place at all." That's when she made her first mistake. With a huff that could have toppled a tree, she marched right onto my lawn, smartphone raised like she was filming a crime scene. "I'm the HOA president, and this is a violation. I'm documenting everything, and trust me, this is going all the way." Little did I know, this was the spark that'd ignite a neighborhood saga, ending with handcuffs and not on me. I've called Willow Creek home for 5 years now. It's your typical suburb neat lawns, friendly waves, and an HOA that's a bit too eager to flex its muscle. I'd flown under their radar until this backyard project. The mirror was my pride and joy, catching the afternoon light in a way that made the garden glow. I dotted every I with permits and double-checked the HOA bylaws to make sure I was in the clear. But Ellen Harris, our 3-term HOA president, had a reputation. She was the type to measure your grass with a ruler and snap photos of trash cans left out past pickup. Most folks dodged her like a tax audit, but my mirror had somehow become her new obsession. The next day, I found a violation notice taped to my front door, claiming my mirror broke some rule about reflective surfaces creating hazards. Problem was, no such rule existed. I'd memorized the bylaws to avoid exactly this nonsense. When I called the HOA office, the assistant sighed like she'd heard this song before. "Mrs. Harris added an emergency addendum yesterday, but the board hasn't approved it." Sure enough, 3 days later, an email confirmed the board had tossed out Ellen's complaint for lack of evidence. I thought that was the end of it. I was dead wrong. Saturday morning, I was jolted awake by pounding on my door. Through the peephole, Ellen's face loomed, red with fury. She thrust a printout at me when I opened the door. "This is from the fire marshal's website about reflective surfaces," she crowed, smirking like she'd cracked the case. I glanced at it, something about industrial solar arrays, not a word about backyard mirrors. "Ellen, this is about commercial installations, not my little mirror," I said, patience wearing thin. "Reflective is reflective," she snapped, her voice climbing. "I've got a lawyer, and you're looking at serious trouble when my house catches fire, not to mention the danger to my prize-winning poodles." By now, neighbors were peeking out, drawn to the drama like moths to a flame. Mrs. Lopez next door gave me a sympathetic headshake. Ellen had gone after a fountain last year, claiming it was a mosquito breeding ground. "Eleanor," I said, sharp and deliberate, "I checked with the county. My mirror's legal. The HOA dismissed your complaint. Please stop harassing me." Her eyes narrowed to slits. "This isn't over," she hissed, stomping off, but not before snapping a photo of someone's non-compliant mailbox. The neighborhood split like a fault line. Some folks left notes in my mailbox, urging me to ditch the mirror for peace. Others, fed up with Ellen's tyranny, cheered me on. The HOA VYC president, a chill guy named Mark, called to apologize. "She's been told to drop it," he confided. "But once Ellen's fixated, good luck reasoning with her." Then came the morning that changed everything. I was working from home when a weird scraping sound came from the backyard. I peeked out the window and nearly dropped my coffee. There was Ellen in my yard, teetering on a stepladder, trying to yank my mirror off the fence. I grabbed my phone, hit record, and bolted outside. "What are you doing? This is private property." She didn't even look at me, just kept tugging at the mirror. "I'm preventing a disaster," she grunted. "This thing's a danger to the whole community." I stepped closer, voice steady. "Get off my property, or I'm calling the police." She smirked. "Go ahead. They'll thank me for stopping a fire hazard. I'm doing my duty as HOA president." That was it. I dialed 911, keeping my camera on her. "I've got a trespasser trying to vandalize my property," I told the dispatcher. "I've asked her to leave, but she won't." Ellen finally gave up on the mirror, planting her hands on her hips. "You're making a huge mistake," she sneered. "I know people on a city council. You have no idea who you're messing with." I stayed calm. "Police will be here in 5 minutes, Ellen. You should go." She folded her arms. "I'm not budging." When 2 patrol cars rolled up, she rushed the officers, while VYing her arms and ranting about fire risks. I hung back, still recording, and laid out my side. Weeks of harassment, a baseless complaint, and now this. Officer Thompson listened, then turned to Ellen. "Ma'am, did you enter this property without permission?" "Yes, but—" "And did he ask you to leave?" "He did, but I'm the HOA president." The officer cut her off. "HOA or not, you can't enter private property like that. That's trespassing." Ellen's jaw dropped. "But the mirror could start a fire." The second officer, who'd checked the mirror, chimed in. "I'm fire safety certified, ma'am. This mirror's no hazard. It's not even angled to reflect sunlight anywhere dangerous." I showed them my footage, and Mrs. Lopez offered her security video showing Ellen sneaking into my yard. "Ma'am, leave now, or you're under arrest for trespassing," Officer Thompson said. Ellen planted her feet. "I'm staying until that mirror's gone. Someone's got to protect this neighborhood." The officer sighed, pulling out his cuffs. "Eleanor Harris, you're under arrest for criminal trespassing and ignoring a police order." As he read her rights, Ellen's face morphed from shock to fury. "This is outrageous. Do you know who my husband is?" Neighbors watched, jaws on the ground, as she was led to the patrol car, still yelling about property values. Mrs. Lopez shot me a sly thumbs up. Ellen was booked for trespassing, a misdemeanor that could have meant a $2,000 fine and jail time, though she got off with 6 months probation and a $1,500 fine after pleading guilty. My recording raised the possibility of criminal mischief charges, but they stuck with the lesser count. The HOA board sent a letter weeks later. Ellen was out as president, her actions deemed unbecoming. Word is when the judge handed down her sentence, she turned beet red and nearly got slapped with contempt for muttering about incompetent officials. The mirror still hangs, catching the light just right. One officer even said it ties the garden together. But here's where it gets juicy. What do you think? Was I wrong to stand my ground? Or should I have just taken the mirror down to avoid the drama? Is Ellen a menace who got what she deserved? Or a misguided neighbor trying to keep us safe? Should HOAs have this much power over our homes? Or are they a necessary EVYL? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you're Team Mirror, and subscribe for more wild neighborhood tales.